family? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Off Tap Life. Always a pleasure to be rocking and roll for all you beautiful people around the globe. Guys, we're back with another one. This is a reaction request from the one and only Naughty One, aka Naughty Nora, aka Nora the Explorer. What was the name? What was it? The Explorer, Dora the Explorer. Anyways, I hope you're doing well. Happy New Year to you, Nora. And guys, we're back with this Fleetwood Mac vibe. Thanks to Nora, we've got Fleetwood Mac live at the Boston Tea Party in 1970. Black Magic Woman. This is gonna be good. Nora's got a little shout out here. It says Fleetwood Mac with the late great Peter Green. Oh yeah. That's what she's got there. I'm looking forward to this. Fleetwood Mac definitely knows how to get their Mac on. And you guys, if you ain't heard them or you go check out my previous videos. I've done we've done a couple, 2, 3 of their songs by now at this stage. So yeah, go check them out, man. We got the link in the description as always, where you can go and check out the original video, and also you can check out whatever else you want to check out, you know, because I'm sure they've got other dopeness on their channel. So go check it out and support them because they're freaking awesome. All right, without further ado, from me, Naughty Nora, and all of you, Fleetwood Mac live at the Boston Tea Party, 1970, Black Magic Woman. We going off tap. Let's get it.
I've got a black magic woman. I've got a black magic woman. Yes, I got a black magic woman. She's got me so blind I can't see. That she's a black magic woman and she's trying to rid the devil out of me.
Oh, yeah, I've heard this.
Don't turn your back on me, baby. Now don't turn your back on me, baby. Don't turn your back on me, baby. You're messing around with big tricks. Turn your back on me, baby, 'cause you might just break up my magic stick.
Woo!
You got your spell on me, baby. You got your spell on me, baby. Yes, you got your spell on me, baby. You're turning my heart to stone. I need you so bad, magic woman, I can't leave you alone. Yes, I need you so bad. I need you, darling. Yes, I need you, darling. I want you to love me. I want you to love me, yeah. I want you to love me, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I want you to love me. Oh, yeah.
I thought they were gonna bring it back up.
Yeah, thank you. It's like Magic Woman. This one's called Jumping in Shadows.
I thought they were gonna bring it back up, just have it on, and then suddenly just bring it back up again. Man, that was cool. The cool thing about like this, first of all, let's talk about Boston Tea Party. This, if you go to, they named it the Boston Tea Party, dude. The event was called Live Boston Tea Party. Like, you already know you're in for something, man. Something uniquely dope. You know what I mean? With just the title of the event, Live at the Boston Tea Party. That's the title. Is like, I want to go. I want to see what's going down at the Boston Tea Party. You know what I mean? But you start out with like just this dope freaking vocal action where this dude could just throw down. You already know, and then just when you're feeling that vibe and getting to that vibe, and like, yeah, this is great, I can listen to this all day. Suddenly they hit you with the freaking best guitar solo, like that. I mean, this guy is not messing around with the guitar solo. So he hits you with that. You're sitting there. They freaking just take you on a musical journey like that. You just can't help but freaking get completely engulfed in and want to keep listening to. These guys are legends, like Fleetwood Mac. I mean, it's crazy that I think the first time I would have heard Fleetwood Mac was like maybe, I don't know, it would have been like 2012 or probably somewhere along those lines, 2000s. It would have been in like somewhere probably around the 2012s or something like that. I forgot what it was. It might have been the Grammys or somewhere like that I seen them. You know what I mean? The first time I heard Fleetwood Mac, though, I thought that Fleetwood Mac was like a band from the 2000s or something. Do you know what I mean? Like, I didn't realize that 1970, this video is 1970. Fleetwood Mac's been in the game for a long time. Mind blown. Because, matter of fact, when I seen that video that I seen of them, they didn't even look that old. Like, they didn't look like they're from... Because if they were doing this in 1970, how old would they be? Depends how old they were in 1970. I mean, if they were only 20 in 1970, then now they would be, what, 70? 60, 70? So that's still young. So if I would have seen them in early 2000s, somewhere around there, 2012, they would have been probably about 60, maybe 50, 60 when I seen them. So they would have looked, they could have still looked very young and hip and cool, like, I mean, this is crazy times we live in. The whole age thing has changed too, because like 50, 60, 70, 80, people don't look their age anymore. Like people look a lot younger than they are, like a lot these days. Like people have changed. Like usually when you think of someone who is 70, for example, you usually you would think, oh, 70, they must look like 70. You're thinking they might have like a lot of wrinkles, gray hair, all this kind of stuff. But in 2021, 70 looks like 40, maybe even 30, depending how good your plastic surgeon is. But it's not because people are doing plastic surgery necessarily. It's just people these days understand, how to look after themselves a bit better and things to prolong the youthfulness. People are more active. People are working out more. People are staying out of the sun more. People are using sunscreen more when they do go out in the sun. People aren't doing all the things that they used to do that used to help age them and make them look older before their time even. So I think 70 people is a lot of people who are just really coming to their own at 70 and looking really good. You know what I mean? Like I think people used to say your prime might have been in your prime when you're at your prime is like, I think a lot of people say 40s and 50s. I think that we're getting to a point where I think that's changing. I think people's prime now might be 60s and 70s because people are looking great at that age. They've got, usually probably by then, their lives together. So they've gone through all the craziness, the struggles. They've raised all their kids. They're back to being able to give back to themselves. You know what I mean? Like, I just think the mentality now is a lot different. I think a lot of people start saying life begins at 60. Life begins at 70 now. Like, it's a whole different world, So you look at Hollywood and you look at all the big stars and people in Hollywood who are like the names that run the place. And a lot of them are like 60s and 70s now. And you look at them and you go, wait, are you serious? You don't look it at all. I saw a good example is freaking John Picard from Star Trek. John Picard, I forgot his real name, but the dude plays X-Men and all that. And he got Picard. They've launched this new Star Trek, Picard. It's on Amazon. I don't know if it's on any other network, but it's definitely on Amazon. They've done season 1. There's a season 2 coming and all that. But you look at him in there, he's like 80 or something. He might even be 89 or 90, but I think he's 80. I think he's just turned 80, I think. I think he's 80. He's definitely older than... I say he's 80. I think he's 80. But you look at him, and he's still out there acting, doing his thing. Like, he hasn't slowed down. He hasn't missed a beat. He still looks great. And that's what I'm saying. Like, like, there was this kind of point in time where, people would be like, oh, once you hit 60, even people would say, well, you hit 60, you hit 65, that's it. It's time to retire. Your life's over, But a lot of people now into their 80s are like, yo, let's get it on. Let's do this. Let's do that. They're living. They're out there. And that's how it should be. Like, age is but a number. And if you allow it to become something more than that, which a lot of people do, they start aging before their time. People who's like 26 saying they're old already. Like, shut up. Oh my gosh, I'm getting old. I'm 26. You know what I mean? Everyone's got those friends who are like 26 and they're like, oh, I'm old. I can't go to club anymore. Like, at the end of the day, I just knew this dude who was oh man, how old was this guy? I mean, he had to be in his 80s. And he would rock up in the club where I was at. And he'd walk in there and he'd have freaking girls on his arm. He was he looked great. And he was just out there, he'd be on the floor, getting his groove on, having a good time. Like, I definitely think that this shift is going to continue to happen. I mean, look, there's going to be a point where 75 is basically what is currently 21. I think that time is going to continue as people start to live longer and stuff as well, the technology and things, people are going to be living to 200 years old probably within the next 100 years, I would say, even possibly, you know what I mean? And, it's going to change everything, technology, everything, expanding people's lifespans. There's a time when people would only live to 30 and stuff, you know what I mean? So crazy, dude, crazy. Because these guys, yeah, man, when I first seen them, I was like, I thought that they were just a new thing, man. But since 1970, bro, they freaking have been doing it since 1970. Jeez, maybe, I mean, and that's just what I know based on this saying 1970. I mean, they could have been doing it since 1960. I don't know. But they do it well. These guys are so good. Fleetwood Mac, man. I wouldn't mind hearing more Fleetwood Mac guys. Definitely these guys freaking... They see, and that explains why they're so good. Because like I said in the last video too, there's something magical and special about rock, classic rock, that rock from the 70s and stuff. And Fleetwood Mac has, it's like rock infused with blues, with, there's this, it's kind of like that Led Zeppelin thing, you listen to Led Zeppelin, it's like it's rock, but it's blues, but it's soulful, but it's, you know, it's like it's an infusion of multiple things. It's not one defining element. Fleetwood Mac definitely has that type of thing going with them as well. The greats have it. The greats have it. You understanding, like, to be great in anything, you have to have a little bit of knowledge in multiple areas to really excel. Because if you understand aerodynamics, for example, and you're a runner and you understand that, but then you also understand the autonomy, like your anatomy, you know, of your body and stuff, and muscles, and then you understand you know, something about biology and oxygen, you know what I mean? Like, if you have multiple different things that you understand and you've got under your belt, you take little bits from all of that. That's how you become super great, because you're not one dimensional. You're not stuck in, well, I understand if I just, you know, do this, then you know, that's like probably one piece of the puzzle, and you will, you know, you might be good, but you're not great, because you haven't tapped into all the different little bits of knowledge that can help to create, you know, that extra level of greatness. The great bands from the 70s, I think in particular, I say the 70s, because everything I've heard from the 70s since doing all these reaction requests from you guys, I've just been blown away by just a lot of these bands. And of course, let's use Queen as an example, because, you know, we love Queen on this channel. You listen to all their albums, they're never pigeonholed into one particular sound. You can't just go, Queen is this, because they're not just that. They're also this, and that. There's an understanding, there's appreciation, there's an influence from multiple different areas to help mold and shape their sound. Fleetwood Mac has that. From what I can tell, they possess that same thing. And maybe it's something that was in the water in the 70s. I don't know. But all I can say is more Fleetwood Mac. Yes, please. Guys, I'm in this one here as always. Remember to tune to the fullest. Keep it off tap. We're out. In case I don't want to freaking fall and drop everything on film, that just sucks. Alright guys, we're gonna do a little mission right now. Alright, this is just for you guys. We gotta get out of here! We gotta get out of here! I'll catch you guys later for another vlog!